The Escadaria Selaron, located between the neighborhoods of Lapa and Santa Teresa in Rio de Janeiro. One could argue that aside from the Christ, the Selaron Stairs is one of the most photographed destinations in the city. Over the years, it has gradually become a popular tourist attraction and an important landmark in the city as well. What's good, everybody? This is CP and I'll be your crappy tour guide for today. So let's not waste any more time and 走起吧. So I just booked my Uber to the staircase and I'm using Uber Share. It will cost about 15 reais for about a 20-minute ride, so let's check it out. If you're traveling alone from Copa to the stairs, it's actually a little bit cheaper to take the bus or the metro. But overall, I don't really recommend it because the area around the stairs isn't really the safest. So it's probably not the best idea to be walking around there by yourself. Another thing I enjoyed about the Uber ride is that you're able to see the diverse neighborhoods of the city, which is a nice contrast compared to the beaches by my hotel. So according to the map on my Uber, I'm not too far away from the stairs. And as you can see outside, this area gives you a totally different vibe than the one we just drove past. Another cool thing about Rio is that depending on which neighborhood you go to, it feels like you're in a totally different part of the city. What's up? I can't believe I'm finally here and it's about 9:15 local time right now, so it seems like everything is just opening up, but let's check it out. So here's a look at what the main street looks like just at the bottom of the stairs, and there's a whole bunch of shops with refreshments and a little bit of souvenirs as well. This is actually a pretty good spot to take a photo in my opinion. As you can see, it's not too busy right now, so my advice is to come here early in the morning and probably come here before 10. So now let's move on here and take a closer look at the tiles. Apparently, most of the tiles were donated from visitors around the world from over 60 different countries. And if you look closely, you can actually see the diversity of each tile and what each of them represents. And now here's a quick look at the main man here, Jorge Selaron. He's pretty much the main reason why this place exists. And he called the Escadaria Selaron as a tribute to the Brazilian people. Pretty cool. So it looks like Pharrell and Snoop Dogg actually filmed the video here, and I'm standing here in the exact same place, so not a big deal. So as you can see here on the side of the stairs, this is actually a residential area and people actually live here. So this place right here looks like it's a hostel or some sort of apartment building with a whole bunch of different residents. I just tried walking up the side of the stairs and it's actually really slippery, so be extra careful. Don't want to get hurt, and let's keep walking up here. I think we are a little bit less than halfway up, and I just wanted to show you guys an idea of how long the stairs are. I think it's about 215 steps or about 410 feet, so it's a pretty good workout. So now let's keep going up. And as you can see here, they got more drinks and beverages, so if you're thirsty, they got you covered. Some more souvenirs you can buy in this section of the stairs. And it looks like I'm about 75% up the stairs now. And I see a guy setting up his guitar, so I'm gonna shut up and let you guys soak in the vibe up here. So I finally made it to the top and I'm not gonna lie, there's not much going on up here, but apparently it's not the safest up here as well. Somebody got robbed up here, so be a little bit careful. But I feel okay, so I guess I'm kind of lucky. And I'll give you guys a quick view of what the stairs look like from up here. You could probably get a couple of nice photos up here by yourself as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's photo time!
Let's get it!
Here's a few random tips for those of you who want to take some awesome photos and flex for your friends on IG. In my opinion, one of the best places for you to take a photo is near the bottom of the stairs, especially if you can get a shot of the letters. In fact, this is the exact same place where the late Jorge Selaron posed for photos. But it's important to note that the crowd can build up very quickly, so you either have to get there early sometime before 10 or patiently fight for your turn. Another thing I noticed in the morning was that half the stairs was covered by the shadow due to the rising sun, so you might have to work your way around the lighting. Personally, I didn't mind because it was nice to cool off in the shade when it got hot, otherwise I might have been cooking all day. In my opinion, you can get some very nice photos of the tiles. There is over 2,000 tiles around the staircase and each of them was distinct in their own way. Personally, I wish I had more time to carefully look at more of them. But nonetheless, I was able to capture some pretty cool photos to show my friends. As you get higher up, I think it's a bit harder to get a better shot of the stairs, simply because you lose a lot of contrast with the coloring. So your cameraman will probably have to do some work with the angles to get the best shot possible. It is not impossible, but it will be a lot harder than being further down. Another thing I noticed was that many of the tourists stopped halfway up and actually went back down. As you have seen before, there wasn't too much to do near the top, but I was curious and decided to go all the way up anyways. Moving on, I decided to check out the area surrounding the stairs, even though a lot of people don't recommend it since it's not the safest, but I decided to give it a shot anyways. Keep in mind that I dressed very low-key that day and only had a small camera on me, and did not wear any flashy jewelry. Perhaps that kept me away from any unwanted attention. Overall, there isn't much to see around the neighborhood, especially in the morning. As you can see, many restaurants and bars aren't open yet, so the streets are pretty quiet. Generally speaking, I felt pretty safe around the area. But if you're stressed for time, then perhaps it's not worth the extra 15 or 30 minutes to walk around. Another thing I noticed was that it was very hard to find a public washroom around the stairs. I had to go about 2 blocks down and randomly stumbled upon a law courts to use their public washroom. So if you are like me and don't speak a word of Portuguese, then I don't recommend you drink a lot of water before you go, or else you might have a very hard time finding a washroom. So I'm gonna check out this alley right here, and actually a few locals warned me about being a little bit more careful here, so I apologize for my shaky camera, but I'm gonna walk down here anyways. And as you can see, the walls look a little bit run down here, but most of all, the people here seem to be just minding their own business, so it's not too sketchy. Not the worst place I've been in, but and then as you can see, there's a guy laying there. I think he might be passed out, so we'll just let him sleep. And then let's keep going here. Looks like it's the main road ahead. And garbage is here. Definitely this place could be cleaned up a bit, but it's not bad. Let's keep walking over there. I think this place actually gets louder at night, more busy at night. It just seems kind of dead in the morning. Now I'm just on the main road right here, and it seems like a regular neighborhood. Just you see people walking around, jogging and minding their own business. But compared to the alleys by the stairs, I would say that this main road is a little bit safer because it's more in the open. And now let's keep moving on here. Just right ahead, here's a clean look at the Carioca Aqueduct. So This was actually built in the 18th century to bring in fresh water for the people in the city. And over the years this neighborhood changed, so in the 1930s this area actually became a red light district. And today it's more of just a residential area. So it looks like I found a pizza place, but I'm not really in the mood for pizza this early in the morning. But if you have tried this place before, let me know if it's good. And as we go down the street here, you can see that all the restaurants are closed, so the pubs are closed as well, so not too much going on. And then here's another sign. I don't know if you can see because of the sun, but it looks like I'm 4 minutes away from Lapa, so it's pretty hard to get lost around here, especially with the signs, and you also have Google Map as well. So going along here, you can see people having their lunch break, and I found myself a personal bodyguard. He's gonna lead the way for me. I feel a couple inches taller just by walking beside him, so it's all good. There's actually a school on the left there, you can see. Looks like my bodyguard's going for lunch, so I'll walk by myself for a while, that's okay. And overall, I really like this vibe here because it's kind of like a relaxed vibe, and you can see the buildings, they kind of give you like an artsy feel. Reminds me a little bit of Europe, a little bit like old Europe. And it looks like a bar right here. And I can't really read Portuguese, but it's about 40 to 55 reais for a pitcher or a drink. I'm not too sure what it says, so let me know in the comments section below. And now I'm on a different block, and people are just doing their errands, I guess, going to work, picking up groceries. Yeah, just like a regular neighborhood. What we have here, Subway. I've never tried in Brazil, so maybe if I have time I will. So as you can see, you can find food pretty much anywhere around here. And this looks like a Chinese food place. I don't know if I would try it, but let me know if it's good. Brazilian Chinese food. Going on here, this looks like more like a residential hotel area. There's like a mini bus station at the bottom, and above looks like a hostel or some sort of hotel. I think you can actually get probably better rates here than if you stay on the beach in Rio. So if you're looking for cheaper hotels, maybe look into this central area. Might not be as tourist friendly, but probably save a couple dollars. And then as you can see, the arches are just right ahead of us right there. Heading back to the stairs, so sometimes on top of the arches you can see the trams go by. And hey, I found myself back by the stairs, so more restaurants opening up now, and as you can see, more tourists building up around the stairs area, so definitely getting busier. And look at this. What's up, dude? It's a cute dog.